Hey guys, Retro's YT here again with you. Today we are going to be playing one of my promised retro games, and it is my favorite retro game ever. It's a fantasy series called Quest for Glory. It was released in the late 80s, early 90s when I was a little kid. It is epic fantasy. You've got sword fights, goblins, orcs, magic, ogres, all kinds of fun things, and it's my first experience with fantasy gaming. Very memorable. I can't wait to share this with you guys. I hope you love it. The next screen is going to be the character screen after we get through all these, don't make copies and things. For some reason the music there on the character creation is very loud, and I don't want to fight with it, so I'm just going to create the character quick, and then I'll continue my commentary. My favorite you can pick in this game from playing a fighter, a magic user, or a thief. The thief is the only one where you can actually do all three. You can do some fighting, you can thief things, and you can use magic. So that's what I'm going to do. And then after I create the character quick, I'll hop back in to commentate here. For now, enjoy the opening, very classic and iconic Sea-Era intro. Okay, so there we just created our thief. Basically with this one, if you put any points at all into your stats, you'll be able to use that skill in the game. I always thought Smoke was a cool name for a roguish character. I actually had a role-playing character named Smoke. So that's who we are. We are now Smoke, hopefully to become the hero of the realm. Okay, let's dive into this, guys. This seems like a quiet little town. On the porch ahead of you are two people. The standing one is large, rather ugly, and playing with a yo-yo. The seated person smoking a pipe seems like he might be the sheriff. The man with the pipe greets you. Welcome to our town. You are lucky to have made it down from the mountains before the snow blocked the pass again. It's gotten pretty dangerous outside of town, I understand. Many monsters have been trapped around you with the late snow. Between them and the brigands, we certainly could use a hero around here. I am Sheriff Schultz Meisterson. This is Otto von Goon, my assistant. Good luck in your quest. Obviously, this is kind of a retro German inspired place. And there's going to be a lot of story clues and puzzles that we have to piece together by talking to people. Best advice for this, well, there's two best advice for Sierra point and click games. First one is you need to talk to everybody about everything you can to get the game clues and story clues. Just put you forward. The other thing is save early, save often, because there's lots and lots of ways you can die in this game and in the game, so make sure you save a lot. But let's go ahead and start talking. I'm not going to do every single branch off conversation, but I'll try to do what's appropriate to further the story here. The mountain. You should know you came down from there. Look at Otto. Alright, town. This town was named after the Barons of Spielberg. It used to be a lively place to be before the brigands came and drove all the business away. You can find a place to stay at the inn next door. You can learn about jobs available at the guild hall down the street. If you're interested in magic, you should visit the magic shop. There is still plenty to do and see here in Spielberg. He keeps talking about these brigands already. What? Alright, the Baron. Baron Stefan keeps mostly to himself at his castle north of here. We haven't seen him in town for years. Oh, I wonder why. Magic. Just next to the inn is a small magic shop. The owner, Zara, will let you in if you have some abilities in that area. She's a strange one, alright. Alright, let's ask about the brigands since he brought them up. There's a whole band of brigands hiding out somewhere in the mountains around us. They robbed a merchant just last week. Got a fair amount of treasure, I hear. Oh, they robbed someone. The merchant? The one who was robbed? He's staying at the inn, I believe. Go to the innkeeper. He will help you out there. Treasure. Obtaining treasure involves putting yourself in danger. If you're brave, foolish, or lucky, you might get some treasure. Right, let's ask about adventure. You'll need to talk to the Baron about that, or go ask Wolfgang down at the guild hall, which is just down the street. So maybe you're going to be a hero? Well, we could surely use one around here, what with all the brigands. Oh, that's Baron. Oh, it's the same thing. Adventure? Alrighty, yeah, okay. Alright, I think that's mostly appropriate information from him. You try to talk to Otto. You get no response. He loves this thing. There's more than a hint of ogre about this strange and bulky character. He seems cheerful, though. Gosh, that's an authentic whamma blamma, 3 scoops of mana, hilarious gregarious, floats in the areas, yo-yo! Oh, wow. Alright. Well, he did say something about the inn here and the guy that got robbed, so let's go check that out. Oh, it's a kitty! Welcome, welcome, traveler, to the Hero's Tale Inn. I am Shamin at your service. May you find what you seek here. You see a small cat-like creature known as a kata. You've heard that katas are common in the southern deserts. Oh, I love that a cat runs the inn. That's amazing. Very good food, very good drink, finest in town. Sit, rest, you'll be served by my Shima. Okay, we can ask him about room and food. Let's ask him about the merchant that was robbed. My friend Abdullah is recovering from his robbery last week. He should be here around supper time. Oh, okay, so we have to come back at supper time. Let's ask about the robbery, though. Alas, the brigands stole all of Abdullah's wealth and mine own when they robbed his caravan. Now I will be forced to stay in this wet, cold land. Poor kitty. Brigands? I know little about them, except they must be wealthy now. Alright. Shapir, your homeland. Let's ask about that. A land of golden sand and tall mountains, a city of tall buildings and winding streets. A place where kata can bask in the sun as they sell things in the bazaar. It is our homeland and a place we long to be. That's sad. Caravan. In my homeland, a caravan is the only way to travel from city to city. Alright, let's ask about Shima. Shima is my beloved, and she can cook and keep an inn as few others. When she dances, there is true magic. If we ever return to Shapir, then she will again dance. Alright, I think that's all the relevant information at the moment. You can sit and get a meal by Shima, this guy's wife, Shamin's wife. You can also stay at the inn if you need to. Come back at night. Alright, let's go check out what else we got. There's the guild hall, Adventurers Guild Hall. There's also the magic place, which, we made a point to get some magic points, so let's check this place out. I am Zara, and my companion is Damiano. The items in this shop are designed for those skilled in the use of magic. Okay. Zara. I am both human and fairy folk. I draw my power from both. My name is Zara. This is my shop. Fairy folk. We are a people of power and magic, and live in the forest far beyond the mountains to the west. Power. Power is the essence of magic, that which the wizard shaped and is shaped by. Alright. Let's ask about magic. If you have the skill of magic, you can learn the way to cast spells by reading magical scrolls. Without the skill, you have no power. The more you practice spellcasting, the greater you shall become. Alright, let's ask about Spielberg. There is much magic in this world for those who know how to use it. There is magic in this little town, and a good deal of magic in this valley. Town? There is an aura protecting this town from danger. Within most of its walls, there can be no act of violence or cruel magic. Even so, it is prudent to avoid dark places. Valley. There is much power in this valley, and it attracts those who use magic. I am here. Erasmus has his house on Zauberberg, and even Baba Yaga has her hut cooped up somewhere around here. Ooh, who's Erasmus? Erasmus is a wizard and a spellcaster who knows much about this area. He lives in a tower northeast of town at the top of a steep mountain called Zauberberg. He can be very helpful if approached properly, but he has a very strange sense of humor. Okay, who is this Baba Yaga you speak of? She is a powerful and wicked hag. You would be wise to avoid her. She cursed the Baron von Spielberg when he tried to drive her away. That's interesting. What's this about her hut? Baba Yaga's hut is magical. It stands on chicken legs, and you must know the rhyme to enter. I have no interest in entering Baba Yaga's hut, and therefore do not know the rhyme. What about this curse? This is Baba Yaga's curse cast upon the Baron years ago. Upon von Spielberg and all his clan, this curse I now demand. What I will shall come full measure, so shall ye lose all that ye treasure. There is always a way to break a curse. Possibly Erasmus knows more about this. Interesting. The Baron. He was once a great leader of this land until he was foolish enough to anger Baba Yaga. Okay. So, we just learned quite a bit, guys. We learned that the Baron of the town has been cursed by an evil hag named Baba Yaga, and the brigands are wandering wild. What I sell here are merely tools to help those who have power. You may purchase restorative potions and scrolls from which you can learn spells, and we're going to want to do that. So, let's see what we can afford here. Definitely want the open spell. And I think that's all we can afford, yeah. Okay. So, we'll come back later and get more spells, but for right now, all we can afford is open. We also learned about a place called Irana's Peace, which we're going to need to know. It's a place of magic, and she told us there's a spell we can learn there, so that's cool. We're definitely going to do that. She's the only sane person here. At least she's not off her rocker. That's very typical Sierra humor here. The old lady, you really can't do anything with her. But check out this Adventurous Guild Hall. This Adventurous Guild Hall reminds you of the one in your hometown. The traditional moose head and other stuffed monsters, Saurus, Troll, Griffin, Dragon, Cheetar, and the terrible Antwerp adorn the walls. You see a registration book on the table and the bulletin board full of job listings. Alright. The man seated near the window must be the guildmaster. He is snoring. Alright. Definitely gotta check out the job board. But we should probably sign in to the adventurer's log, don't you think? Let's go read it first. This entry was made several years ago. It says, Baronet Bernard von Spielberg killed a troll near the Flying Falls on this 23rd day of October. Keep hearing these same names. The other pages record the exploits of the great adventurers of Spielberg's past. The names Wolfgang Adventuar, which is this dude here, and Baron Stefan von Spielberg appear most often. Huh. They were an adventuring group. The sheriff said he used to adventure as well. Alright, let's sign in. You sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish. Very, very common theme in these 5 games, Quest for Glory games. Every time you sign into the logbook, you gotta do it with a flourish. That's kind of just the way it works. Alright, let's go talk to Wolfgang here. Ach, I was so busy I didn't notice you come in. Welcome, welcome. It is so seldom that we have new adventurers here. Most people think this valley is cursed. Again with the curse. Oh, what a glorious day it was. Oh, hello there. Oh, I guess he lost his train of thought. Alright, let's ask about this curse. Ja, what with the Baron losing his son and daughter, with Baba Yaga, all the monsters, and now the brigands, it has just been one thing after another. Alright, let's ask about the Baron. Baron von Spielberg was once a brave protector of our valley. We used to adventure together when I was younger. No brigand or monster would dare show his face here if the Baron had not angered Baba Yaga. Now it is said he goes nowhere and sees no one. That's sad. Let's ask about son, Baron's son. Now there was a hero, and worthy of the name Bernard von Spielberg. He rode off to hunt one morning 5 years ago, and his horse returned with large claw marks on it. No sign of Bernard's body was ever found. Okay, that's the Baron's son. So after Baba Yaga cursed the Baron, he lost his son. Elsa was a beautiful 8-year-old child with blonde hair and sky blue eyes. She was her father, the Baron's joy. 10 years ago, she was carried off by something which flew over the wall and away with her. The search for her lasted many years, but at last everyone gave up except the Baron's jester, Yorick. Okay, so the Baron lost his son and daughter. Who's this Yorick person? Yorick was a funny little man, but brave. He swore he would spend his life searching for the Baron's Elsa. Wow. Let's ask about... Did I ask about Baba Yaga already? I don't remember. She is the center of our problems, I think. Baba Yaga is a powerful ogre. Baron von Spielberg tried to force her to leave this valley, but she cursed him. Now the Baron has lost everything but his land, and I don't know how long he will keep that. What our valley needs is a hero. It's about a hero. A real hero is someone who didn't start out strong or powerful, but uses his courage and brains and skills to become the best he can be. Alright. There's a reward for anyone who can stop the brigands by capturing or killing the leaders of the brigands. You should read the bulletin board for more information. I think we're gonna go do that. Wolfgang Bernard. Okay, guys, this is our list of quests for the game, pretty much. They very neatly put it up here for us, so let's take note of these. Reward for a return of the lost ring. Inquire at the healers. This poster is rather dusty and faded. The picture is of a small child with braids. Reward of 50 gold coins for the safe return of Elsa von Spielberg. Acquired at Spielberg Castle Gates. Reward of 30 gold coins for the capture or death of the brigand warlock. Description: short, ugly, and wears brightly colored robes. Has a habit of laughing continually. Kind of sounds like the... okay. Inquire at Spielberg Castle Gates. Oh, I just did that one. Wanted brigand leader. Description: unknown appearance, wears a cloak. Must provide proof of leader's identity. Reward of 60 gold coins and title of hero of the realm. Inquire at Spielberg Castle Gates. Okay, so obviously this is definitely one of our main quests here. We get the title of hero if we can do that one. Get the brigand leader. Notice, spell components needed, cash or trade for the potions, inquire at the healers. This poster seems to have been here a while. It has a picture of a handsome but arrogant young man. Reward of 50 gold coins for information leading to the return of Baronet Bernard von Spielberg. Inquire at Spielberg Castle Gates. So the Baron's son and daughter got some items needed by the healer. She lost a gold ring. And yeah, for the leader of the brigands, obviously. And we learned about Baba Yaga again. Okay, so... I know this is a lot of information, guys, but we're just starting out the game. We got to get a lay of the land, meet the people, and obviously we're picking up quests rather rapidly. You can smell apples as you approach this corner. Good day, and welcome to Spielberg. Would you like to buy some of my fresh fruits or vegetables? You see a charming young centaur with the upper torso of a teenager and the body of a filly. Let's talk to her. Name: I am Hildy, daughter of Heinrich Förderförden, the farmer. Okay. My father is Heinrich Förderförden. Alright. Let's ask for a date. Thank you, but my father thinks I am too young. He would not permit it, but perhaps next year. Alright. Brigands, since that's a common theme. They have twice robbed my father of his money, and they have tried to steal our food during this winter. That is because we farm outside of town. The brigands would not dare try that in town. The sheriff would stop them fast. Oh, he would he? Sheriff. Our sheriff is very brave. He told me so himself. But he did. All right, let's ask about this robbery of her father. Many robbers ran up to father as he trotted back to town. My father tried to fight, but they hurt him badly. They then ran away to the southwest. Ooh, that's important. The brigands went into the southwest. Sheriff? Oh, here did that. All right, and I just happen to know that we need to purchase something. She's telling us what she sells. Carrots, rutabagas, parsnips, and potatoes. We also have some apples. Ooh, I like apples. There are still some apples left from last season in a barrel. You may buy 10 for a silver since they are so small. And guess what, guys? I just happen to know we need apples. So we are going to get a whole bunch. 2, 3, 4. Right? Yeah. 5. Just for the sake of convenience, we're going to do that since we're right here. Alright. This looks like a dry goods store, but it smells like a musty library. The stove feels nice on such a crisp day. Behind the counter and on the shelves are a variety of items for sale. The shopkeeper appears to ignore you while he reads a book. Alright. There's not a whole lot that we need to worry about in here, but we'll get what we need to buy. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice you coming in. My, you look like an adventurer. We don't see too many around here. The brigands tend to get rid of most adventurers before they make it to town. I do try to stock some things adventurers can use. I actually would rather be an adventurer than a shopkeeper, you see. My items are pretty ordinary, though. You probably already have most of them if you've done any adventuring at all. Alright. He can be a fun character, but we just need to buy what we need. And I need at least 2 flasks for now. Let's get a few rations. And we already have a dagger, and 500 silvers for armor is super expensive, so not going to do that yet. Perhaps later. And if you look at the signs on both of these doors, they're here. The bakery shop is closed, has gone fishing. The butcher shop closed, gone fishing. Ooh, that's creepy. It's dark, but there seems to be someone in there. Let's go check it out. This grubby place must be an alley. It feels strange here, colder than the rest of town. There are some barrels discarded here. A beggar holds out a bowl towards you. Woo, that's a freaky looking beggar. Alms for the poor. If you give him a little gold or silver, he'll talk to you. Thanks. You know, it's really tough trying to make a living begging in this town since the brigands started scaring all the trade away. Oh, the brigands again. This used to be such a nice place to live. My advice to you is not to take up begging. It just doesn't pay, and you don't go out at night. Well, begging, I mean... Ah! I did not mean to give him more money. Alright. Let's ask about brigands. Rumor has it someone smart took over. Organized them, trained them, that sort of thing, maybe. Nowadays, no one's safe outside of town. Up to that time, the brigands were just pains. Dumb guys who sometimes tried to beat up traders outside of town. They sure hurt business. No one's getting rich but them. Night. I remember when people used to stroll around town after dark. There's a spell on Spielberg so that it glows at night. Now, the only people out late are the thieves. And out of town, man, you don't dare be out there without a light when the sun goes down. The night gaunts will get you. What's a night gaunt? Nobody's ever lived to talk about what the night gaunts are. I sure don't want to find out. Alright, thieves, which I happen to be one. He doesn't know that, but I'm not usually bothered by them since I don't have much to steal. They are around, though. It's not safe to sleep in the streets at night. Outside you get eaten, inside you get robbed. Okay, good to know. Bye, dude. A word of warning to you. Don't drink the dragon's breath. Okay. To remember that. Check out the tavern. The grimy window lets little light into this tavern. It smells like stale air and other more unpleasant things. The floor is covered with dirt, and the bar with sticky beer. Smoke appears to be rising from the center cask behind the bar. To your right, two gamblers are playing cards. The bartender glares at you as you enter, and so does the ugly goon on the left. You get the impression that you are not welcome. Oh, that's a cask. Oh, that must be the dragon's breath the beggar told us about. The butcher is wearing a blood-stained apron and playing a game. The baker seems to be deeply involved in a game. They seem to be using old maid cards, but it looks like these guys aren't playing with a full deck. Alright, well that's why both shops were closed. Ooh, the slime. Not a pleasant sight. There seems to be something slimy spilled on the stool, and it is eating into the wood. You think perhaps you should sit on the next stool over. Actually, I don't feel like sitting down. What's this? You see a crumpled piece of paper under the stool. Alright. You pick up the note. You smooth out the piece of paper and read, B. He's starting to get suspicious. Hold off on your meetings for a bit, but I'll keep you posted by these notes. Interesting. Okay, this is the other town ghoul. This ghoul looks really tough and mean. He's not someone you'd want to fight. You know, I feel like the volume is... Turn that down. I want you to be able to hear it, but I'm having trouble being heard over it. There. Okay. Sorry, guys. I wanted to make sure you were hearing me. Let's go talk to the ogre. Crusher! The goon seems to be ignoring you. Oh, Thieves Guild, guys. As a thief, obviously very important. What's the password? I don't think we've done this yet. Deutschmark? As you ask him questions, the goon's eyes darken. Oh. Okay, let's not ask him any more questions. Okay, guys. Sounds like the potential for a Thieves Guild being in the tavern is very likely. Very high. Alright, guys. So we have checked out the town. We have met the characters. We're learning a lot about the story. And again, as I said, a lot of this is about putting the pieces together for the story. So I'm going to leave it there for now. But honestly, guys, this game is so much fun. We're about to go out into the woods and start exploring and really putting things together. But thank you guys so much for joining me here today at Red Rose YT. That is me, and I am signing off for now. Bye, guys.